Welcome to November. I ended up doing a little bit of planting in the beds. I started to get worried about it might get a cold snap and I might not get anything out of it if it gets cold and everything dies. And then I decided to think that if I don't plant anything, I know I'm not going to get anything. So I just kind of took a risk, and we'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to go over what's planted where and show off pretty much everything in the backyard and what all's planted in the whole thing. So let me flip this around again. Alright. I got the two 3x3 beds. I went ahead and got potatoes planted in each of those, and we had a lot more seed potatoes than I thought. So the excess went in here. Got reds in this one, whites in that one, and then this is a couple of lines of red and then a couple of lines of white. So we'll see how that plays out. Went ahead and got tomatoes planted. This is Ace 55 variety. I've had good luck with those in the past. They are pretty old seeds, so we'll see what happens. I got 3 seeds or so in each hole, and if all of them pop, then I'll just thin out and leave the strongest plants. Then you've seen this with the peas in the middle, carrots on either side. I still don't have anything popping up from that, so I'm starting to get a little worried. Still nothing popping up from the second row of beans, even though I used the same package of seeds, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm just keeping it watered and giving it time. It's all you can do with a garden. And then the watermelon are dying back considerably quickly. Neighbors are playing with four-wheelers. Nope, dirt bike. But I'm just gonna, when they're done, and I will be just putting a layer of compost over it, restrawing it, and leaving it alone. I'll just let it rest all winter and then replant it in spring. And we come around up the side of the house. We've got the grow bags and the little kiddie pool. And the premise of this is just, you know, keep the pool filled up with water and they'll leach water up to water themselves. I'll do an entire fucking video on this later. The grapevines, which are growing amazingly well. But this variety is incredibly seedy, we found out. So most likely we'll end up just using them for the dehydrator to make fruit leather or make booze out of them, because they're really sweet. They'd probably make a really good wine. And my dog is fucking off. Oh, I passed the peach tree. Little bitty peach tree that has not been doing too well, but it's still alive, so we just kind of keep watering it. It's been moved probably 3 times, so every time the roots start to establish, it starts looking like crap again. It's grown probably a foot since I've put it in this spot this spring though. Then this little hole right here is elderberries. Got the 2 big ones, and there's some smaller ones we got growing. We got all these for free from somebody around here. Little baby citrus fruit. We're going to be using these mostly for, I don't even know at this point. I just plant the stuff. I don't make calls on what goes in it. Another citrus. Another citrus. Got our mint. We have black raspberries, or blackberries, whatever you call them, where you're from. I always call them black raspberries. They're doing okay, but not too well. We're probably going to be moving all the raspberries up to the side of the house because it doesn't get as hot over there. That's the north side. Our attempt at sweet potato did not go too well, so we just kind of let it go. Got more raspberry types. These again are probably going to get moved. Underneath here we tried the shade screen to help the raspberries and it didn't seem to do too much. They still didn't do too well even with decent watering, so again all the raspberries are getting moved to where hopefully they'll take off pretty well. I'm not sure what this is, but family wanted it, so I dug a hole and stuck it in. This is a little lemon plant, I think. It's actually got one little fruit on it right there. Ow, sand spur. Stupid Florida. That's fun to get off with one hand. Got the mulberry tree, which is growing decently. Almost got some ripe mulberries on it. I've been eating them as they ripen up. Rhubarb, one of family members' favorites. It can grow in Florida apparently, it just doesn't grow very well. Needs a lot of water and shade. That's our orange tree. A little lemon tree. Or lime tree. Not sure. It's citrus. And then most of all in here is mostly all pineapple. We've gotten a few pineapple out of here. We got 2 off of these 2 bigger plants this year. We got 1 off of that plant last year. And every time we get a pineapple, we just bury the head and give it water for a few days and then set it and forget it. And just kind of let it go. The towers that I have over here that we stopped using and I emptied everything out of. I'm gonna go get some dirt and fill these up and set them up by the house so that we can use them for salad and small stuff like that, lettuce, radishes, and it'll be easy to cover come once we start getting frost, which could be anywhere from December to February. Depends on how this year is gonna go. But it's the 1st of November. And hopefully a bunch of this stuff actually comes through before we get a frost that kills it all off. But I don't think I'm going to be planting anything else aside from maybe those raised planter beds. Or those, not raised planter beds, those towers over there for lettuce. Other than that, I don't believe I'm going to plant anything else. I'll let the potatoes go as long as they go and get something out of them. Hopefully we end up with a decent return. We planted 1 pound of each. Of course, the sirens. Yeah, 1 pound of white, 1 pound of red, so hopefully we get at least, 7-8 pounds each. But after last time of growing it in buckets, I'm not gonna hold my breath. But we'll see, and that's what part of this whole thing is, trial and error and figuring stuff out so that we know how to do it for when we need to do it. The beans are doing really good, the ones that are growing anyway, so they're coming up pretty strong. Got something that's been nibbling a little bit on them, like that one and that one. Not sure what it is. It's coming around pretty late at night, so I'll probably do a little garden video update on what's going on with all the plants probably once a week. Now that I've got everything planted, hopefully the tomatoes pop up in the next 4 or 5 days, so I got some little sprouts to put on next Sunday's video. The potatoes are down about wrist deep on me, so This is a 5-inch board, so they're probably about 5 inches down or so. So it's going to take them a little while to grow up through and punch through the straw. So once they start growing, I'll definitely be able to get something on camera for them. But I think that's going to cut it for this one. And if y'all watch to the end, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, because I'm going to keep doing this stuff no matter if anyone watches or not, because why not? I might as well at least do something with some of my spare time and put up a few of these videos. I mean, I have to be at least a little bit funny, right? Just a little, maybe. Hopefully some of y'all watch to the end. If you want, leave comments, constructive criticism, correct me in things I'm wrong on. Camera's crooked. Hell, cuss me out for all I care for doing something stupid. Just comment a little bit. I mean, you can say, hey, you're doing this wrong, you should try it this way, or hey, you're a dumbass for doing it that way, why didn't you do it this way like everybody else? Well, normally the way everyone else doesn't really work for me. But if you want to call me a dumbass, go ahead. I don't care. I'll leave the comment up. But hopefully everyone had a good Halloween, and I'll see y'all again.